Always forget one. Good. Okay, there we go. Sorry for running a bit late there. Windows has decided to make the process of selecting audio options and such very hard to find in the new Windows update. You basically have to, well, they're trying to get people to use this new fancy Windows 10 layout, and it's just useless. Absolutely. You can't enable or disable audio devices the way you used to be able to. Luckily, they haven't removed it entirely. You just have to go hunting for it. And hunt for it, I did. And a host of other little issues here and there, but that's not going to stop us now. I see that the game is running and showing on the stream. That is good. And so is the chat. And hello everyone who decided to join. Thank you. Is he doing this or not? Well, yes, I am doing this. Audio settings. They're a bitch. Things to remember. Yes, well, as you know, this is a very crash-prone game, so fingers crossed that it actually works. As you can see from my save games, no crashy lamp, crashy door, crashy corridor. Everything might crash at some point, especially this part of the game seems very crash-prone. Oh, there was one thing. The previous stream I did had very low audio. I was trying to watch the VOD back, and you can barely hear what any of the characters are saying. So hopefully, I have amended this somewhat.
I can't tell if this is a map or a long-range camera display.
Was that better for anyone? Please let me know in the chat. Which is, I know all this technical talk is kind of taken away from the majesty that is unfolding before us. We found this underground laboratory deep beneath an Anasazi ruin, and there's blood everywhere. I mean, have a look at this.
If this is Bosworth Clark's blood, I doubt I'll find him, alive at any rate. But maybe I can at least find out what happened to him.
And doing that, we shall indeed. Bjorn says, sounds fine. Lucy says, sounds good. Oh, that is fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, just move the mic here for a second so I can get at the controls. Too bad there wasn't a Tex Murphy 7th Guest crossover. There kind of is. Slightly. In Under a Killing Moon, when you walk up to the piano inside the hotel, it's called, the piano brand is a Stoffway. As in Henry Stauff. Because there is a piano... Oh, just realized. A lot of light coming through that thing. There's a piano puzzle in the 7th Guest, and you're playing a piano that also has the brand Stoffway. So they stuck that in Under a Killing Moon. Other than that, there's no real crossover. What's this under the cot, I feel?
Video disc player. This must have been Clark's only entertainment out here in the middle
Access
of
had
nowhere.
this weird fascination with portable video disc players. I think they were really into those. Hello? Do you have secrets for me? No, you don't. Guess we'll have to find one of those video discs that people keep talking about. How fancy they are. Ooh, smokies.
Now this must be the smoking
Definitely
section.
need that. Why? Why do we need the ashtray? Because there's something buried in it? No? No, wait. Oh, yes, there was. There was a matchbook. Burnt matchbook. The something lodge. Yeah. This is a foreshadowing of a place we'll visit in the future. Hello, pass card. And it just opens and hello. Your pass card. Oh, you don't have your pass card. We have a pass card. Oh, good. They're marked with E. So we have to keep track that E is Carl Linsky's pass card. And, well, shit. The chat has to say. Yes, that is blood on the floor. And yes, we just walked all over it. Tex has fancy shoes at this point in his life, so walking on blood doesn't seem to be much of an issue. Why is there a Simon Says thing on this thing?
The computer looks like it should work, but it's got a weird keypad.
Oh, no, you don't.
Looks like I have to press these buttons in a certain sequence to open the storage cabinet. Each button has a unique tone. Maybe there's a reference to the sequence somewhere in here.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll have a look around for the sequence. Usually, you know, when I get to this point in the game, usually I just give up trying to solve any of these stupid logic puzzles and I just skip right past them. I will make a little effort to at least make it seem like I'm bothered with this in the slightest. Although, to be fair, I have no idea where the hint for that actually is. Does any of this have something to do with it?
I'll never figure out how to get this thing
doubt it.
working. I've had a hard enough time operating anything more high-tech than a coffee maker. I've always enjoyed working with models, but I prefer the kind with two legs.
Do you really? Any of this paper shit?
Well, whoever scattered these papers obviously took anything of importance.
Oh, there's a button here.
Now, these appear to be power
I will
switches.
flip the switch and accomplish fuck all. Did I turn? I turned off all the squiggly squigglies. Yeah, there we go. It actually does do something, kind of.
This monitor appears to be hooked up to an
I
external
would imagine this would
camera.
look a lot more impressive with animated textures, but I turned those off in case they make the thing kind of die on us. Oh, look at that.
Piece of paper with a single word written on it and held to the side of the console with a magnet.
Either it's a password or... Oh, there's a magnet too. Or it's the hint.
Question is this the unpronounceable name of some Anasazi god, or something even less obvious?
It's checkmate. It's an anagram. Alright, cool. So all of the passwords, of course, have something to do with chess. And I also have a magnet, which is probably the second most useful thing an adventure game hero can carry around. The first, of course, being a bucket, obviously. And a lead pipe. Yes, lead pipes are pretty good as well. Okay, now I'm just crawling around in blood. Did not expect this to be my day, but okay. It's got to be a hint for... Is it this thing? The something satellite operates under the assumption that the user has proven him or herself effectively proficient in the use of USCE-sanctioned equipment. I have not. If this is not the case, the user cavorts without an official... What the hell does that say? Any user caught without an official badge of completion will be tried for treason. Okie dokie. That's what I think about your treason charges.
Calendar doesn't tell me
No, how
too
about
much.
this?
Clark's taste in posters is banal at
Remove
best.
this?
Certainly appears to be a lamp.
even text is just going. Are we getting somewhere with this? Are you gonna do? Are you gonna do something? I just want to find the hint. Then I'll fuck off. Actually, maybe we should just keep things moving. I have no idea what sequence this thing wants me to put in, and I don't care. Boom! There you go. Ooh.
So this is what Clark stashed away. Another STG
I know,
pass
bitch.
card.
Actually, one thing I just want to quickly check is if I've got audio ducking enabled. A bit of waiting music for you. I do, which means if the game should get loud, and I highly doubt it, you should still be able to hear what I'm saying. Okay, computer time. Do I just hook the pass key card reader up to this thing?
Pass
Yes.
card reader's hooked up. Now I'll need to scan the
I
pass
will do
card.
that immediately, sir. Still kind of bummed that I didn't find the hint for that puzzle. Maybe the chat has something to offer. Is there a mask near the blood pool? Is this? No, that's just paper. Boom, 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 boom. If there's one thing I like, it's the smell of blood in the morning. Always gets me highly energized.
Someone must have gone through this place. Luckily, there wasn't much to mess up.
Something hiding in the back of this thing? No? That would be an obvious access software dig move. I am looking down on my feet.
Must be a satellite monitoring system.
None of this is
I
telling
wonder
me
what the satellites
anything.
are for. More importantly, what in the world do they have to do with what Linsky was working
Yeah, what
on?
indeed. Screw it. Let's just get on into...
The computer looks like it should work, but it's got a weird
I
keypad
know,
on it.
I know. We just wanted to have fun with it. Oh yeah, scan the pass card, obviously. Yes.
Well, that
Excuse
won't
me?
work. I'll bet I can find the password
Now
somewhere.
that one I could find. Checkmate. Alright. Project summary, start date, whenever the hell, end date, whenever the hell, project goals and milestones. Outline for implementation of interface. Stage 1 programming complete. Stage 2 programming complete. My mouse disappeared. That's kind of worrying, actually. Satellite relay link established. Interface. Something. Oh, was it playing something in the background? I think I was trying to play an FMV that for some reason isn't playing. Anyway, testing complete. Well, that told me fuck all. There's something else I'm missing in here. Well, there's all of this shit. I can turn that on and off. Oh, can I change the channels on this? No?
This monitor appears to be hooked up to an external
Also, hello,
camera.
there's another camera up. Oh!
It appears to be a
But
smoke
it isn't.
alarm.
I shall have a look at it, maybe.
Well, this smoke alarm wasn't designed to detect smoke. With any luck, the little camera inside detected something even more
Okay, that's not the hint for the puzzle that we can't solve, apparently, but it will play in the little video disc player. And again, the animation when you're combining items is for some reason missing. But here we go, loaded disc player. Let's just sit back and have a look. Stupidest alarm sound ever. Hello, Mr. Bosworth. Oh, that was the hint. You're supposed to listen for it, which is, considering they went to all the trouble of putting in closed captioning for the deaf or hard of hearing, that's a bit of a strange puzzle.
Bosworth?
Oh, hello.
Yes, yes.
Bosworth,
I'm here to kill you.
Yes.
A lot.
What is this?
We're going to play a little game.
Here you go. Shoot me.
Oh,
It's,
1 in 6 chances.
all right, cool. I'll play. Yeah. First of all, he's just laughing, just going, yeah, that's fun.
Lucky boy. One more time.
Actually, we're going to keep playing this until you die. Is that thing even loaded? What a nice man. No blood either. He just smiles and winks at the camera. Fucking. Oh boy. That was a fun little home video. Don't you think? Don't you think? I'm going to check the chat over here. Hey trolls, how's IKEA doing? I don't know. I'm not in constant contact with them, although I do get most of my furniture there. That and thrift stores. Well, I think that's about all we need from here. There's not precious little else to glean from this location, so I'm going to leave now. But I'm going to leave a save game here just in case I fucked something up. So I believe I can travel, and I should probably go to... Let's start with Texas office. Let's just see. There's probably an FMV playing when I leave, and hopefully it won't crash. Or I can just fuck right off, apparently. So that's how it works. The gentleman on screen, we're going to play a little game, is Big Jim Slade, and he was mentioned by Sonny Fletcher, so maybe we should go and have a... No, he's not there.
Probably ran out of rot gut.
Maybe we should be... Actually, aren't these Anasazi ruin things supposed to clear off once I've finished them? God damn it, I hope I don't have to go back there. Also, the lab is still available as a location. But okay, that's good, so I can at least go back there. Maybe we should show this thing to the police. What do you think?
This is your last
That's a new
free
FMV.
visit, Murphy. Unless you start doing something for me, I am not going to be here to sit around and answer your questions all day.
Or that was just an introduction. Okay. Anything new that we can ask about? No. Well, that's a pity. Sylvia?
If you found out anything else, I'll be glad to tell you.
I haven't. There's I'm missing something. I'm missing a hint or a lead or something. Yeah, now I can just piss about this place. Oh shit, almost collided with the ceiling fan there. That would have been bad. Also, yes, IKEA is Swedish. Yeah, you can tell from the colors. See, the Danish flag is red and yellow. That's not true. It's red and white. The Danish flag is red and white. The Swedish flag is blue and yellow. And IKEA is blue and yellow. So that's your hint. Shit. Where am I supposed to go then? Am I supposed to talk to Capricorn? Highly doubt it.
I thought I'd stop by and see whether you'd finished your examination.
Forgot about that. That would be cool.
We did, but we only found one thing of any interest. Both Klaus and Linsky were wearing ID badges with the STG logo on them. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh yes, plenty.
No, not yet. You got a couple of minutes, I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Sure.
If I must, although my head is almost about to fall off of my shoulders, having tilted it for ages and ages. Oh, now STG shows up as... Oh, I see.
I've heard only one reference to STG. It was in a letter sent to me anonymously.
Spill beans.
The letter was sent by someone calling him or herself the Poisoned Pawn. I would have figured it was written by some psychopath, but there was enough verifiable information to make me take it
Psychopaths can
seriously.
be taken seriously.
The letter said that there was a project called STG, which was in the process of being swallowed up by Law and Order. The letter advised us to check out John Klaus, STG, and Law and Order's
I
connection.
think the boom mic guy just fell asleep there. And then moved the mic away from her and then woke up at the end of the sentence. Oh, God. All right, Poison Pawn. Well, you have a lot to say all of a sudden.
I have no idea who it is. We examined the letter for clues to the author's identity, but came up dry. He or she did say that we could contact them through someone named Jorge Valdez.
Wow. This is basically a lot of plot dumping done by one person who just keeps giving us new items that we can ask about. Cool. Okay, who's Jorge?
There are a handful of Jorge Valdezes in the area, and I'm sure there are some that aren't listed. I've checked out the ones I could find, but none of them appeared to be the one I was looking for.
We shall track him down, and we shall do things to him, to his face, primarily. Jorge, maybe Eve Clemens knows. She would have contacted the police, surely, but, I mean, Eve just loves the shit out of us, so maybe we should go and ask her.
I'm busy, Murphy. Make it quick.
Incidentally, Tom King, one of my friends who also comments on some of my YouTube videos, says that the actress playing Eve Clemens, first of all, lived very near him, like she was like a community figure in a place where he grew up, and second, she's deceased, which is kind of a bummer, I guess, and it just leads me to some sort of wonky conspiracy theory that everyone who plays law enforcement in Tex Murphy games end up dead. Because it used to be Mac Malden, who is played by Chris Jones's brother. And he sadly died after they made this game. He's actually in this game briefly. He was the drunk who was, wagging his finger at Eve Clemens when Tex walked in the first time. And that was his last on-screen appearance ever. Charming. She passed away from... can't remember, which is not good. But anyway... All right, tons of things to ask her about. Okay, let's just see what the chat... We're still on the IKEA thing. Cool. Jorge is Juan Valdez's brother. Ooh, Juan Valdez. We've heard that name as well, haven't we? Wait a minute. Oh, you're joking. Oh, I see what you did there. Stay hydrated. I'm going to fix my glare at the camera while I do this. Because of the Juan Valdez joke. My wife is very much into true crime and stuff like that, so whenever one of those names sort of pop up, I go, oh, right, I know that guy, and then I cross my wires. STG. Do you have an STG? Sorry, I meant STG. No, actually, I meant STG.
Never.
All right,
heard
how
of
about an
it.
STD?
I haven't got any information on that.
All right, so you're just going to be a fat load of nonsense, are you?
Never heard
that
of
was
him.
kind of... Oh, and you probably don't. No, I just wanted to see your pretty face. Bye-bye. John Klaus might actually be something Dolores knows.
So what can I do for
Because there's a
world's
photo.
sexiest
Steady on,
PI?
lady. There's a photo of Karlinski and this John Klaus character together, so maybe his girlfriend would know about it.
Oh, my darling Carl. I don't recognize his friend, though. This photo was taken recently.
So she wouldn't know. Okay. How about the Jorge?
I believe that's someone Carl used to play chess with. I don't know anything more about him.
Close but no cigar. Maybe Sylvia would know then if he's one of her daddy's chess buddies. Poison Pawn?
I'm afraid I haven't heard of it.
I'll do the nose thing. Okay. No. And no. Okay. Just want to cross those off in case, in case I miss something. Sylvia, my dear.
What can I do to help?
Well, you can fix your gigantic lips on these questions.
I didn't know most of my father's associates.
Bugger me with a spoon. All right. Anything else? No. No. And no. Done. Right. Didn't even mean to go here. Sonny, are you up for something?
Sonny's not in his...
Oh, can we converse? Well, we could, of course, go to his office and just ask the computey thingy. Hello?
What topic would you like?
Everything! Jorge?
A search for Jorge has been. What other
Capricorn. Sure.
A search for Capra has
And
what other...
STG.
A search for ST has been. What other topic?
I don't think Poison Pawn, Wanderlet, and Klaus Linsky photo is something it's gonna know anything about. Although it is a very knowledgeable database, I have to say. Okay, first of all, what's Capricorn all about? Well, it's a civilian agency for the protection of the rights of individuals and the creation of order, reason, and neutrality. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? But the plaque across the main entrance to their office must be huge. Works in conjunction with local police and FBI and Interpol. Privately owned and funded organization. Nice. How about STD? G. 2 matches found worldwide. 1 located in California, Security Technologies Groups, a subsidiary of Gideon Enterprises, established 10 months ago, disbanded last month. No other details available. If you're going to say 11 matches found worldwide. I thought it said 2, like Roman numeral 2. It says 11 matches found worldwide, 1 located in California. Well, that's the one word. Okay, Security Technologies. Well, that's very benign, I'm sure. Jorge Valdez, 23 matches found in the New San Francisco metropolitan area. The speech pattern on the text-to-speech thing just went a little wonky there. Additional information is required. Is there something on the back of this photo? No. Okay, so we're no closer to finding Mr. Valdez. Oh, guess we'll just have to go and ask everyone again. Maybe he has like a Rolodex or something. Did we actually check that? If he had something in his attic? I will go to the chat, however, before I waste too much time. Ew, Dan, ew, STG, sexualized trolls, gaming. I mean, I don't care if you watch this in the nude or do whatever, that's your business. It's weird and creepy, but you do you, mate. But I reserve the right to go you. Nope. Actually, I don't even remember seeing an addressy thing. We unlocked this thing, right? Yeah, we did. And we've looked through everything else. So, as far as trees and barking go, this is the wrong one. And yes, I did just hit the caps lock key by mistake. Okay, what else do we do? What else do we do? See, we want to find this Jim Slade person, but we don't even have his... Uh-oh. What just happened there? Suddenly I couldn't move and I couldn't access the inventory. I really want to ask people about this matchbook. It has surf lodge on it. But can't go and ask anyone.
Sonny's not in his room.
Darn it. Fresno office. Anything changed in here? Must be a reason why I can go back here, right? The little calendar thing is missing.
Looks like there were a few packing boxes left over.
I guess someone was here. Probably noticed that I took things out of their storage. Is this box new?
Looks like there were a few packing boxes. I guess this chair didn't make
That's not even a box. Is this new?
Looks like there were a few packing boxes left over from the move.
All right. Here's an. Oh wait. No.
Looks like there were a few packing boxes.
Going
left
to
over.
the list. I'm not going to actually take a hint. I'm just going to look at the directory, see what we can do. Find and get the STG facts. Yes, in inventory. Examine it. STG. So we ask someone about STG. Okay. That's one thing. Ron Klaus. We've asked her about him. You know what? I think it is probably time to go back and ask Wanda about some other things. We've already done this, so last chance for love. Ask about Gideon Enterprises is a new thing. Okay, thank fucking Christ. Worried there for a second.
Gideon Enterprises had a little shake-up recently. The chairman of the board, Frank Shimming, pulled a coup on J. St. Gideon, who's now practically out of a job. It was all legal, but underhanded.
Much like your uncomfortable posture. Okay, that got us new stuff. Frank Shimming, dickhead, and J. St. Gideon.
Rumors have circulated that Shimming is connected to the Law and Order Party. If that's the case, we're going to have a hard time doing anything to stop them. Gideon Enterprises has more money and power than it knows what to do with. They would make an imposing...
So let's hope they won't be, right? Also, the chat says, let's live stream watching SQH in the noon. Okay, so that's kind of a meta streaming thing, actually, right? So you're live streaming, you watching my live stream in the buff. Hey, I can't stop you. You'll probably get more views than me.
Gideon helped
Our
us
voice is
design some of
loud.
our most valuable and top secret surveillance equipment. We even invited him to join our organization, but he said that he was too old for the cloak and dagger business.
Ah, he sounds like a nice guy, doesn't he? Alright, ending conversation. Who else can we ask about Mr. Gideon? Let's just go through the whole fucking list. Hello?
I know he's a billionaire and runs Gideon Enterprises. That's about it.
Do you actually do any work? She just sits there with a big old fucking migraine all day. Ah, the police.
Never heard of him.
Oh, he's a big deal.
I've heard of it.
Okay, never fucking mind. Maybe Sylvia. How's everything? Well, it's still there. Cool.
I know who he is, if that's what you're asking.
Go on. Okay, never mind.
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
Cool. Could you look me in the eyes, please? We're trying to have a conversation here.
I doubt I know any more about it than you do.
Fat lot of fucking good that did me. Okay. Dolores, back for more. Yes, yes, yes.
He's that fabulously wealthy industrialist. He seems like a fascinating man.
Steady on there. Damn it.
It's a security system corporation, but I don't know anything more about it.
Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think, maybe. We're kind of running out of people to talk to. Sonny, you still there? No. Nah, he's fucked off somewhere. Okay, you know what? Back to the office. Where are you? There you go. Back to the office and start asking this thing about things.
What topic would you like?
Let's
us
get
to
some
research?
on J.
A
St.
search for J
Gideon
has what?
and Frank Shimming
search for
Diminy,
what?
and for some reason,
A search
Gideon
for has what?
Enterprises. Let's have a look at that.
Thank you.
You. My pleasure. Okay, checking this shit out. First of all, what is Gideon Enterprises all about? Well, it's specialized in developing and installing high-tech security systems. Entered Fortune 500 January 2034, went public. It's a big fucking company. We love it to bits. Mr. Gideon joined United States Special Forces. Disability release. Okay. Founded Gideon Enterprises, president of Gideon Enterprises 2027 to present, became a billionaire when his corporation went public, inventor, philanthropist, writer, and amateur chess champion. Well, we can certainly bond over that, can't we? How about this Frank dude? Well, he worked at some law firms. He's a lawyer, so that means he is inherently evil. Joined Gideon Enterprises 2019. That is not how you say that word. 2029. Hashtag second language. Currently chairman of the board, unmarried, no criminal record, no registered political party affiliation. He does, however, enjoy torturing puppies. And facts, a friend. What? When did I get that one? Hello. Frank Shimming's direct line number is... Ooh, a friend. Shall we give Frankie boy a call? I do believe we should. Yes, yes. Call Frank Shimming for swimming lessons. That's the dumbest joke I've made so far. All right, hey Frank, boy, sup? You don't know me, but I'm a big fan. How did he answer the phone from way over there? Just check. Anyway, time to get the polling system on the run. Ow, 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 nose. All right, polling system works as thusly if you're new to the channel. These dialogue choices are numbered A, B, and C, or 1, 2, and 3, whatever you like. And the first 3 votes that come in determine which one I'm going to pick. Now, if there's no majority vote amongst those 3 votes, then the 4th vote is the tiebreaker. Cool? Cool. I shall have this sip of cheap supermarket cola as I await the votes coming in through the chat. Yes, my hair is weird. What is this little bald thing going on here? I'm not digging that. I'm not going bald. I'm going slightly gray, but come on, bald. That looked fucking weird, didn't it? Cheers. That's 1 vote for B, 1 vote for C. Either we politely introduce ourselves, or we drop the STG reference, or we're looking for a hot tip. And the majority vote does seem to be a flat C.
Mr. Shimming, my name's Murphy. I just started my own business. I thought maybe you could give me a few tips on how to make $1 billion.
Marry a rich woman. Invest wisely. Thank you for calling.
Okay. That was not the correct answer. I think maybe we need to drop the STG reference. Hello again. You've zoomed in your camera, I see.
I thought you might have picked up on the fact that I didn't want to talk to you.
How'd you know my name?
Oh, I did.
Oh, wait,
I
I told you.
There's one thing I forgot to tell you. Wanda Peck gave me this number.
So,
His camera auto-zooms.
you're with Capricorn. I thought you people had gotten tired of
We have
pestering me.
not. Well, the unofficial Capricorn slogan is, of course, we enjoy pestering people. Or, I'm aware of the imposition. Oh, terribly. Oh, forgive me, sir. Or a clarification of what does pestering actually mean. Yes, I do drink diet. I have to, because the sugar goes right in my face. Then my face turns uglier than normal. That's 1 for B, 1 for C, and 2 for C. Verb clarification. Thank you.
We don't pester, Mr. Shimming. We protect the free world.
Also, you're impersonating right now. Do you want me to clarify that verb?
What is it you want this time?
What do I want this time indeed? Well, yes. 1 vote for A. I thought for a second there that Todas, because the screen is way over there and, I'm wearing these. I thought for a second someone had created a username that had trolls_. I was just going, wait, what? But no, it is Todas, and welcome very much to the stream, Todas. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Alright, let's just go through the entire fucking list. Here we go.
No one by the name of Carl Linsky has ever been on Gideon Enterprises' page.
So I did not skip that. The video just cut out there. And I had a burp. Very sorry about that. Also, does he have the entire, corporate... I was going to say manifest. Is that the correct term? Anyway, does he have that whole thing memorized? He knows exactly how many employees and what their names are, addresses, blood type, phone number, penis size, in case they have one.
Mr. Gideon founded this corporation and brought it to prominence. And he did this despite mediocre business skills, which have diminished along with his general mental state over the past several years.
Wow, can I quote you on that?
He became obsessed with pet projects and was leading the company in a counterproductive direction. And for that reason, the board of directors saw fit to limit his authority in business matters.
So what does Mr. Gideon think about
He
all
dislikes
this?
it.
Why don't you ask him yourself? I'm sure he'd appreciate a visit from someone other than nurses and wheelchair repairmen.
A sensitive dude.
I'll let you know where to find him.
And I now return to my resting position. Have you ever noticed that all the actors in the game have this resting position because it has to go back to the freeze frame thing? So they all have to sort of return to the same position they were in when they started answering the question. It's fun. And I'll bet now you can't stop noticing. Let's just go through the whole thing anyway. He just gave us J. St. Gideon's address, which is pretty big of him, I feel, but maybe he has some more he would like to offer. For instance, Frank, are you single?
Professionally, I strive to do what the board of directors pays me to do. Run this corporation as effectively and profitably as possible. My personal life is none of your
Yeah,
business.
but what's your sign? All right.
We are the world's foremost innovator and implementer of security surveillance
And you're doing
systems.
a bang-up job.
We are also the parent company for dozens of smaller firms, ranging from computer chip makers to research facilities.
He's been practicing this, and all of a sudden he has a wealth of time to spend with, just little old me.
I don't know who that is.
Did a little twirl there. Very nice. My hand just made a cracking sound.
Totally unfamiliar.
A royal hand wave there. So Wanda received a letter. Do you know anything about this? I'm working for her, I promise.
I have nothing of any importance to say about
Got
that.
a nice voice though. I'd love to hear this guy read Peter and the Wolf or something.
I know John Klaus, but only socially. I'll have to take your word that the other man is Carl Linsky. I've never seen him before in my life.
Methinks thou doth protesteth too much, but actually he doesn't. He frankly doesn't know anything about Carl Linsky. Spoiler.
We have many small subsidiary companies. If I remember correctly, STG was research-based and probably more of a write-off than anything. I know it is no longer in existence and was unimportant, to say the least.
The actor kind of flopped the line at the end, or maybe the closed caption guys did, but also he appears to have swallowed his microphone. That was cool.
Now, this questioning is getting tiresome. Get to the point if you have one.
He doesn't want to talk about John Klaus, does he? No, because John Klaus is a bona fide, top-tier, orbit the moon racist.
I don't know.
You don't know who Bosworth Clark is? I find that disappointing.
The name is completely foreign to me.
Oh dear. Law and Order. What? If you don't want to talk about John Klaus, perhaps you would like to talk about the Orbit the Moon Fantastic Space Nazi Law and Order Party.
My political beliefs are my own, and I make a point of not allowing them to interfere at any time with my business dealings.
Yes, but hail Satan.
I respect the work Capricorn does, which is the only reason I'm talking to you now. To my knowledge, Gideon Enterprises has done nothing to warrant a Capricorn investigation.
Well, not yet. Okay, he doesn't know squat about any of the other shit, but let's just do it for the hell of it. Okay,
Ms. Morgan was
he
a
did.
top engineering consultant for Gideon Enterprises for many years. She left and started her own company several years ago and was doing quite well last time.
Yeah, she's dead. Cool.
Now, this question
It's just a random response.
Get to the point if you have one.
Okay.
North Hill Clinic security system was installed by our corporation. That is the extent of my dealings.
I
with
don't
the
get any penis pills from there, do you?
Chess was and is a common motif in Gideon Enterprises, owing to Mr. Gideon's avid interest in the game. I have no...
Oh, I just noticed the background is actually... the picture in the background is actually a young photo of a certain actor whom we'll be meeting very shortly. Never heard of it, probably never heard of her. And what do you think about me, dude?
I have no opinion of you whatsoever, Mr.
Didn't even bother finishing a sentence. Okay, we're done. End conversation. That was cool, and this means we actually go to Gideon's house. I want to save my game before this, because this is... I mean, it's a pretty lengthy cutscene. It's worth it, though, so I'm very glad I got the audio fixed. Are we absolutely sure the audio works as intended? Because this scene... I mean, the previous scene with Sonny Fletcher, that one was brilliant, and you could sort of hear what he was saying if you turned it up, and I kept my mouth shut. For this one, I really, really want the audio to be good, because this is the scene that just sells the game completely. Going to bounce with Gideon. Oh, and Red Star has joined. The unofficial poison pawn of the chat. Yes, and I mean that in a most sympathetic way, as we are probably familiar with already. She is part of the development team of Poison Pawn, the remake of this game. Remake/new installment in the Tex Murphy series, which should be coming out later this year, which is actually why I'm playing all of these games, so yay. Good, excellent timing as well, since you have joined just as we are about to go and apparently stick tooltips in Michael York's face. Okay, here we go.
You actually met Jason Gideon in person?
Yeah. Want my
Touch me.
autograph?
Well, what was he like? What about the mansion? Oh, I heard it was spectacular.
A little garish for my taste, but nice. Now, the mansion, on the other hand...
Very funny.
Dum dum dum. Hey kid, wanna hail some Satan? Not ostentatious in the slightest.
Cozy little flat you got here.
You must find it
I do.
ostentatious. I bet I do as well. It's certainly too much home for only one person.
You don't live here alone, do you?
I'm afraid so. My fortune has provided me with a fully automated, self-sufficient existence. I suppose my disability has given me an aversion to reliance on others. I want for nothing, except perhaps human
And
companionship.
food that doesn't have to be
That
not
only after
chewed.
my somewhat forced semi-retirement.
Have a seat.
Well, don't you worry about your safety. I mean, given your condition.
Gideon Enterprises defines state-of-the-art with regard to security systems. I'm surrounded, perhaps imprisoned, by the very finest electronic moat. No, I don't worry about my safety, though I thank you for your concern. Now, to what do I owe this welcome visit?
I'm investigating the death of Carl Linsky. He was an employee in your corporation.
Oh, no, Gideon Enterprises is no longer mine, I'm afraid. I'm sure that Frank Shimming would be a better source of information.
Can't even say his name without going.
I already talked with Frank Shimming. He was about as helpful as a DMV employee in the middle of his 2-week notice.
Well, that doesn't
Dramatic
surprise me.
angle.
I won't mince words. I don't like
No, really, couldn't tell.
My complete trust in him was repaid with his exploiting my lack of management acumen, then usurping my position as head of Gideon.
That's a lot of fancy
You're
words.
still president of the corporation.
Yes, yes. I have no more real authority to run my company than the King of England has to run his country. I'm merely a figurehead.
Do they sometimes perch you on the end of a Rolls Royce?
Sack 'em, as the English say.
Even if I could, what would be the point, huh? My time is past. I'm as outdated as this antique. Such is the cutthroat nature of business. Though I dare say the world itself has become nothing more than a business run by a select few.
I'm not sure I agree.
Oh, you
Mr.
will,
Gideon.
in time.
I think there are a lot of people out there who want to make the world
There
a better
isn't.
place.
Oh? And you, my fine friend, how do you intend to make the world a better place?
I don't know. Keep an open mind, respect others, buy Girl Scout cookies.
You think this will make a difference?
I think if enough people care, it just might catch on.
Future alcoholic, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, yes, I used to think like you at one time. But idealism costs nothing, and I lived on it for many years. But its taste is bittersweet. It's in large part the reason why I can no longer walk. You'd like to hear what happened, wouldn't you?
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I've been in this damn cage for more years than I care to remember. I've had to grow
Interesting
accustomed
stage
to it.
direction, right? Come here, have a seat. I'll just move away from you now.
It was 2013. I was in Geneva to attend a covert meeting of UN operatives.
Which is what we do, apparently.
There were 14 of us, and at least one was a traitor, armed with an explosive device. I was the only survivor.
Did you ever find out who it was?
No. It could have been any one of a score of countries or organizations. Well, I don't suppose it matters anymore. It was the beginning of
Big
the end.
line.
There are no heroes anymore, only villains of varying degrees.
What about Capricorn?
Trailer line right there.
Don't you?
Oh, Capricorn does what they do, but they're merely fighting the good fight. Oh, greed and corruption have the upper hand. When I was younger, I sincerely believed we could achieve a semblance of global order and harmony. That was only the foolish dream of a youthful idealist. Once I was crippled, I was no longer of use. No, I was turned loose.
I
into the
turned
world.
Shakespearean.
Cruel and deadly steeplechase where survival was a matter of social Darwinism. I was lost. I believed that my handicap had denied me my destiny. Years and years passed before I realized that I still had much to offer. With little more than a plan, I laid the foundations of Gideon Enterprises. Among the mutant population, I found other social misfits whose skills and talents had been overshadowed by their physical abnormalities. Oh, those were difficult times. We were openly ridiculed. Finding investors and financing was an often humiliating series of rejections. How could someone like myself, a cripple, ever hope to accomplish such a venture? But eventually, we did succeed, becoming the wealthiest and most powerful corporation of its type in the world. I had recaptured the idealism of my youth, the belief that through sacrifice, commitment, and hard work, anything was possible. But then, then it happened again. In the blink of an eye, all those years of investment and careful nurturing were torn from me by thieves and liars masquerading as board members and stockholders. And now, towering over them all is Frank Shimming. His disregard for integrity is matched only by his worship of dividends and profit margins. So nothing has happened. I have come full
I'm
circle.
trying to find my lights.
And once again, I'm unwanted, unneeded, and facing a purposeless existence. So you listen to me. If you insist on striding through life, arms laden with hope, you will only meet with one devastating disappointment after another.
Trust me, you can become very wealthy, but then eventually someone takes your legs.
Oh, please forgive me, Mr. Murphy. You must be a very busy man. I must apologize for monopolizing your time with my ramblings. I don't know.
It's easy for Tex to learn his lines.
Indulge me. It's just that I receive so few visitors these days. But we must return to your investigation. Please, tell me what I can do to assist you.
Dum dum da! What do you guys think of that? That is, for my money at least, by far the best acting I've ever seen in any FMV game. Trust me, I've played a lot of them. Maybe not, all of them, and there are certainly people out there. There's a guy on Twitter called FMV Story, at FMV Story, I believe it is, who just simply knows everything about every FMV game ever made. But for the ones that I've played, at least, that was by far the best scene, the best acting I've ever seen in an FMV game ever. Michael York truly knocks this shit out of the park. And if you're wondering, where have I seen this guy before? Then I'm very sorry to say it's probably the Austin Powers movies. He is a fantastic, classically trained actor who sadly only went into, he's been in a lot of old movies, of course. There's a lot of that guy acting going on in Tex Murphy games where you just go, wait a minute, I know that guy from somewhere. That guy. Michael York is sadly one of that guy because, as I said, most people know him from the fucking Austin Powers movies. He's been in a lot of other things though, and he does a fucking excellent job. So, by all accounts, he's not the only great actor in the game. I mean, you saw Sonny Fletcher, right? And Chris Jones does not do a half bad job either. So the acting is really, really up there in this game. But my God, does Michael York just run circles around them all. And there's a bunch of interviews you can read online with Aaron Connors about how that whole speech we just listened to, he actually went in and made some changes like on the day or just the day before they had to shoot that. And he was really nervous, like going, oh my God, is Michael York going to tear my head off for making, rewrite changes just like minutes before we go on. And Michael York was just having a look over them, came on the set, knew every line, and Chris Jones has actually said that the dudes who do the closed captioning there, every time an actor will ad-lib or something, so that's why they have people actually go in and close caption them rather than just type out the script, because sometimes guys, actors change the wordings of the lines and all that. Michael York, no change. He knew every line by heart. Added some inflections, obviously, but that was it. So I'm impressed. Fucking impressed. And now we get to interrogate him.
I only knew him by reputation. He was an outstanding neurologist in his time. I read about his suicide in the newspapers.
Did you really? Okay, so he knew Karolinsky. I wonder how. Let's save the hideous questions for later. Do you know Jorge Valdez?
Mr. Valdez runs a chess shop called the Rank and File in the Old City.
It is both rank and
We play
vile.
quite often over the Ethernet. Yes, he's one of the few worthy opponents I've found.
Over the Ethernet. That's not what an Ethernet is, but okay.
In chess terminology, a poisoned pawn is the bait in a trap. Whoever is going by that name probably considers him or herself a sacrificial lamb, so to speak.
Yes. Now, this letter, what do you think of it?
I'm afraid I haven't heard of it.
Even his, stock responses, like, I don't know, don't ask me that, are brilliantly acted. Holy Christ. Okay, how about this photo? I mean, he already knows Linsky, probably knows about Klaus as well.
This is Karl Linsky? Well, I only knew him by name, and I didn't recognize the other man.
Darn it. He's a space Nazi. I mean, no? Nothing? Okay.
I know nothing about that.
Bullshit. No, he doesn't know John Klaus, because if he did, he would have recognized him from the photo. How about Bosworth Clark?
No, I'm unfamiliar with the name.
Are you really? How about? All right. Oh, wait, Rona? How about Rona? Yeah, there you go.
Rona Morgan was a beautiful, intelligent woman trapped in a deformed shell. She joined our engineering team early on and soon proved her immense value. She went into business for herself some time ago, with my blessing.
Ah, your blessing. Others' blessings too, but yours, yes, the most important one. How about no, Law and Order Party? Let's go full on into racism territory.
The Law and Order Party is merely a Machiavellian byproduct of our society's decay. Their goals are not altogether unworthy, but those ends do not justify their means. But unfortunately, they've struck a chord with the public. And with an appealing candidate like Robert Knott, they will surely gain a great deal.
There's a name we haven't heard before. We haven't heard about the man who ties the knots. Okay, we'll have to go back and ask about him. Also, Tex apparently doesn't keep up with the news, because if he did, with the Law and Order Party being as big as they are, he would have known about this, but apparently he doesn't.
I sometimes feel that Capricorn is the last bastion of sanity in the world.
Yeah, not bastion of sanctity.
Their efforts are laudable, but futile.
Oh, cheerio, Miss Sophie.
I wish I could be of more
Bullshit.
assistance.
Liar.
Unfortunately, my condition has required numerous treatments. The care I've received at North Hill, however, has been...
So you didn't have Sternwood as your doctor, did you? Fucking stick up his ass, dude. Now prepare for a 25-minute cutscene of him just explaining the rules of chess to us. No, I'm kidding.
Chess is my only diversion. Oh, if you care to play, I'd be glad to teach you a thing or two about the game.
Who did... Okay, Sujag is asking, who did Michael York play in Austin Powers? He played Austin Powers' sort of boss. So it's a minor role, too. Basil Exposition. Yeah, that was his name. Oh, and The Wanderer has joined. Ah, yes, The Wanderer. Member of the YouTuber Adventure Roundtable. You've seen him in some of the Yar videos. Well, actually, you've heard him, because he doesn't appear on camera. But you saw him on camera in the Maniac Mansion videos that I did with Joe, Ikifu, and The Wanderer. And, fun fact, he's a real-life PI. So we kind of have a shared affinity for the Tex Murphy games.
I owe what quality of life I have to a variety of DHS medications. Without them, I probably would not be having this conversation.
I would be lying huddled in a corner somewhere, crying endlessly.
No. I'm unfamiliar
Really,
with
the
name.
surname should be kind of a dead giveaway, but okay.
You remind me very much of myself when I was younger. I sincerely hope you'll keep in mind the things I've told you.
Which part of your psychotic ramblings would you like me to remember? Okay, moving hastily on to, let's get the dirty laundry out of the way first so we can really ramp up until we hit the knots.
I feel like a parent whose child has left the nest. I created Gideon Enterprises, nursed it, and raised it to adulthood. And now it's left me with an empty home and too many hours in the day.
Have you considered picking up World of Warcraft? I mean, you have enough time and certainly enough money to keep that little hobby afloat.
I'd rather talk about something more pleasant. Suffice to say that Mr. Shimming will not be receiving a Christmas card from me this year.
Next year, though. I mean, but laced with morphine.
I don't want you to pity me, Mr. Murphy. I have enough creature comforts to make life worth living.
He almost channeled the Colonel there. I have more. Okay, that cracks me up.
While I don't know him personally, my instincts tell me that Mr. Knott is a man of integrity. But I've been wrong.
Space Nazi. Yeah, you fucking know that. Alright, we are done. Everyone, Michael York, round of applause. Holy Christ, man. Alright, leaving Destruction Zone, Commander Reich, and we can actually go to the rank and file chess shop. Which is, and I must repeat my little pun, both rank and vile. We could also go other places and ask about Robert Knott, but we'll do that later. First of all, let's have a chat with dear old Bubbly Face.
The rank and file was right in the middle of the old city.
Wasn't this back when they still called it Freak Town?
Yeah, the Mutant League was in high gear at the time, and the whole mutant norm thing was just starting to heat up. I got more than a few nasty looks when I showed up at the chess shop.
He's playing chess with himself. And getting very perturbed about it as well. Boy, he's really into this. Yes, how do I defeat myself? Yes.
How's the game going?
Welcome to the rank and file.
Isn't this like interrupting a sleepwalker? Like, you don't interrupt the chess master as he's pondering the game he's futilely playing with himself. Alright, back to the voting. I usually don't use the text. There is a conversation here I missed, I think. Ooh. Alright, we're just talking about skipping voices and stuff like that. You guys have fun. Yes, we are voting now. Are we a chess lunatic, or the patron saint of chess, or do we just narrow things down? 2 votes for C already. That's how we do it. We narrow things down.
Hey, wait a second. You're not the Jorge Valdez, are you?
That's my name. Though I'm sure there are 1 or 2 others in the world.
He's, first of all, high, and second of all, we knew that there were, like, 11 others in the city. And the boys from Brazil. Not sure what that's referencing, but I'm sure someone can tell me. Or bean-picking humor. Ow. Sounds a little racist. Or we played straight. That's 1 vote for B and 1 vote for A. We need a tiebreaker. Also, has anyone noticed the death metal record album cover in the background? Kind of looks like that demon head from the original Doom. But maybe I'm just projecting. Alright, that would be 2 votes for B. Bean picking. Oh, you fucking.
You're not related to Juan Valdez, are you? He makes some good coffee.
100% Colombian, from what I understand. So, who are you?
That's a good question. Also, we got away with that. Juan Valdez. Turns out it's a coffee brand. I thought it was something entirely different. Okay, okay. You got me. I didn't know what Juan Valdez. I'd heard the name and I thought it was related to some true crime stuff. Because, you know, that sort of thing just flashes, you know, in one ear, out the other kind of thing. Sorry about that. But kudos on the person who made that joke earlier. All right, we've got 2 votes for A coming in. So I Spy. We don't even want to bother with the other. No, we don't play it straight. We don't refer to a new friend, which might be, you know, if we say, hey, by the way, we're buddies with Mr. Gideon. It's just, okay. That's 2 votes for A. Got to do what the majority votes say.
Actually, I'm working for Capricorn. You know.
Doing a shit job at it.
Capricorn. I don't know what they'd want with me, but I'll do anything I can to help.
Not much of an actor. You know, I was just praising the acting in this game, but Mr. Valdez probably smoked a doobie before he came on set or something. He's a little laconic, I think. But he's got a killer smile. All right, what have we got? Let's start from the top. Karolinsky.
Nice guy. He used to come in here occasionally. I read in the paper that he killed himself. It's too bad.
Is he trying to emote, or what's going on here? This is kind of a, like, maybe it's just because you get such high hopes after watching Michael York just tear up the scene, but this is kind of a downer after that.
Not is the pretty facade that disguises the law and order party's war machine.
His mood certainly changed.
Mr. Gideon's been a friend of the mutants for years.
Yours!
Unlike most people in his social strata. He's a great man. It makes me angry as hell to think what Shimming did to him.
I'm gonna start pronouncing it like that. Yars! I've been a fan of adventure games for years.
Back when I was a programmer, I worked there for a couple of years, until Shimming took over. Everything changed for the worse. It was like working under Stalin.
Are you trying to show feelings? Like, he's... Fuck is this? If it wasn't for the bubbles on his head, he'd be completely bland. Not unlike the fresh taste of piss that is Juan Valdez coffee. I just reminds me of that Monty Python skit. Conquistador coffee, something tastes like vomit.
Why are you asking
Oh, it's
about
San Francisco. Me? You know damn well.
I'm just a source of information to someone like
Steady
you.
Steady on.
Poisoned pawn is a chess term. It refers to an apparently unprotected pawn whose capture leads to dire consequences. If I had to guess...
Are you gonna eat it?
I'd say the author of the anonymous letter felt like he was the first link in a dark chain.
What the fuck? What was that all about? Wash... Makes your clothes smell nice and turn all white and taste fun. Don't eat the Tide Pod, you weird freak. Sorry, didn't mean that in a derogatory manner. Your appearance has nothing to do with that. You're just a freak in here. All right. Yeah, they should just get Michael York to do all the characters. Oh wait, there's an explanation of The Boys from Brazil is a book from Rosemary's Baby author Ira Levin and made into a movie in which Hitler is cloned and raised in Brazil, recreating his life events to create a new Hitler. Dear fucking Christ. Also, good question. Did this guy act as a Klingon in one of the Star Treks? He does look the part, but I couldn't say for certain. I have no idea who this guy is. So I have no trouble pissing up and down his so-called acting. This whole, new and improved chess pawn piece. That was a bit weird.
I don't know anything about the letter, or why my name was mentioned.
Probably a bit too much of the old, if you know my drift.
I recognize Linsky, of course. but I don't know the other person. Though I think I may have seen him with Frank Shimming years
Man, that
ago.
just boils my blood. Fuck you. No, you don't. How about Bosworth Clark?
Don't know him.
Really had to think about that one. Val Davis? No. Law and Order Party. How's tricks in that department?
You know what the Law and Order Party is? It's the Fourth Reich. They won't rest until every mutant is deported, imprisoned, or dead.
It's a good thing you didn't fuck up that line too. Deprisoned, imported, or dead. Wait, what? I cracked myself up at the expense of racists.
Capricorn is about the last organization in the world that considers us mutants to be human beings. I think there's a battle brewing between them and the Law and Order.
Steady on. You're not winning any awards with this, you know? And then it goes back to him going, dude, smoke a bong, will you?
Never heard the name before.
Cheerio. How about Overlord? No? How about North Hill Clinic?
Ah, the hospital to the rich and famous. I haven't been fortunate enough to be a patient there.
Well, I'm very sorry about that. Would you like to talk about chess? I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to have a passing interest in the sport.
Life is a chess game. And Law and Order has all the power pieces.
I half expected his hands to like come up in frame and just, toss a confetti rain of chess pieces all over the screen. This guy is unfucking believable. Cool. What's your take on me?
You seem like an interesting guy. Makes me wish you were more of a chess player.
Really? Would you like to capture me? Can I feel those things? No, that's probably insensitive. All right, I'm done. Lot of people to ask other people about, so let's go and do that. Let's start with Detective Racist over here. Hello? Robert Knott.
Seems like a decent guy for a politician. I'll probably vote for him.
All right, so Robert Knott is the figurehead for the Law and Order Party. And let's see what Dolores has to say about that. Do you know him?
Oh, that's the Law and Order Party's candidate. If I were to vote on attractiveness alone, he would certainly get my vote.
Thing. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Capricorn. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a dim glimmer of remembrance going on here.
What can I do for you this time?
Someone caught the Ripper reference. Hey, it's a Wanderer. Of course he did. Human beings. And then he disappears into a fog of chess pieces. Yes. Good old Jorge. Bit of a weirdo, that guy. How about Robert Knott?
Robert Knott is running for governor under the Law and Order Party banner. I checked him out personally and couldn't find anything to hold against him. If he belonged to another party, I'd probably vote for him.
I'll bet he did. She did. I think what I'm dimly remembering, sorry, glimly, that's not a word, dimly remembering is that she did more than just check him out, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to pick your nose here. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And how about this? Clean ears? Yes, these are fancy ears. Yes. Good. Yes. Okay, that got weird. All right. Either we run this by Gideon, or we just go to Texas office and oh shit! I'm getting a call here. Hello. How's tricks, mofo? Yeah, hang on a bit. Just gotta take my jacket off.
Dex Murphy here.
Are you investigating the death of Carl Linsky?
Sure.
Well, it depends. Who's asking?
A friend. Just a friend.
It's Goth Clint Howard.
You're calling to see whether I need my carpets cleaned, are you?
No.
So what do you need?
The question is, what do you need?
Well, Good home-cooked meal would be nice, but other than that, I need a lead.
A University of San Francisco professor, Val Davis, died in a speeder crash last week.
Well, that's interesting, but it's not much of a lead, is it?
Davis was working on the STG project with Linsky.
Okay. Now you've got my attention.
There are answers to be found in Davis's laboratory on the USF campus, Building C. If you get there within the hour, the doors will be unlocked.
Okay, I'm on my way, but what am I looking for?
The chess move. I'll be watching. When you find it, I'll contact you again.
Bye.
Ooh, intriguing. So who was the mysterious...
Goth Clint Howard, I told you.
I had no idea at the time.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
I'll tell you this. I didn't waste any time getting over to the USF campus and into Val Davis's lab. Sure enough, it was unlocked, and I started looking...
Okay, so it just takes me straight to Val Davis's lab. Okay, saving my game here. If you don't... I mean, that dude was another That Guy actor. It's, I just said it. Clint Howard. He is actually the brother of Ron Howard. And if you're an Arrested Development fan like I am, you will know the word... the word that is Ron. No, the name. Ron is the Arrested Development narrator. And, you know, he directed a few films, Apollo 13, Da Vinci Code, shit like that. Clint Howard is his younger brother. And it's actually kind of interesting that, because Clint Howard was in Arrested Development as well, and he's in this game. And this game has that sort of subtext of, you know, anti-racism, government parties that are just a bunch of shitheads. And Clint Howard is, as opposed to his brother Ron, Clint Howard is a bit of a right-wing leaning type himself. Maybe that's just come in the, in the last few years, but yeah, he's a bit of a turd in that department. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are in Les Lab. Oh boy, I'm hearing sound effects of animals and paper.
I guess I'm supposed to notice
I
this.
bet I am. Well, that's another anagram, and no points for guessing. That says Queen on it. Okay, thanks for that. What the hell? It's been so long since I played this that I do... Oh, hello! I cannot remember this location at all. Oh, look at the nice puppy. The nice cutout puppy. Is that thing mutated? Is it melting into the floor, Terminator 2 style?
Yeah, quite a few empty cages. Of course, I'd imagine this place has a pretty high turnover.
Oh, the cold, unblinking eyes of the demon puppy. The shit. There's a ferret.
Yeah, quite a few empty cages. Of course, I'd imagine this place has a pretty high turnover.
Coral the monkey. How are you doing?
When I looked in the cage, I saw an ape and he was holding a small box. It seemed like a good place to hide something, so I figured I needed to get it.
Well, that shouldn't have been too tough, seeing as how your thought processes aren't that far apart on the evolutionary scale.
What do you mean by that?
My point exactly, monkey boy.
That was so funny, I forgot how to drink properly. Alright, Strongbox, monkey. Do I just go up to him? I think that's a death, actually. Hello, monkey! I want to be your friend, monkey. You will look at me, monkey? Monkey boy? Monkey, okay, fuck it. I'll go find this dude a banana. Actually, I do have a banana. I have banana. Monkey want banana?
Just feeding the monkey won't.
Do I have to drug this thing? This sleeping pills banana? I do. I was just guessing. Oh god, that is horrible. But okay, drugged bananas.
Well, bedtime for Bonzo just might work, but I still need something to reach that metal box.
Oh, we can work that out later, surely. We can workshop that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's an FMV that's supposed to play and it won't play unless I have the thing. The extendo bit, probably. There must be like a feeding arm or something around here. I'll find it. Never you worry. Can't even mess with this. Sad. There's the computer, and we need the passcard reader.
It's another computer that's hooked up to the security pass card.
You can
network.
tell from just looking at it. Siriart says, spoilers without having played the game. The bananas are going to be useful. Yes. Just checking around on the floor here. I'm sorry, again, I have to apologize for not keeping up with the chat enough, because the chat is way over there, and the game is right over here. Normally I have the two things on the... Look at this fucking thing, it's right in front of me. Hello, you're a giant pole. 10-foot pole, here we go. That ought to do it. Bedtime for Bonzo, indeed. Is it just me, or am I moving slower than usual? Anyway, bye-bye.
Monkey, look what I got for you.
How did you get the sleeping pills into an unsipped, or a non-unsipped banana?
Here you go.
A monk.
That's it. Go on, monkey.
He seems disparately interested.
Good. It's good, isn't it?
Who did they put in the monkey suit? This I want to know, because that is not a real monkey, obviously.
Good.
They stuck someone in a monkey suit. I will bet it's...
Good. Oh, is the monkey tired? Oh, look at the poor dumb monkey.
Jesus Christ. That did not deserve a victory soundtrack, I feel. Pass card? Pass card. Thank you. Alright, we just need to find the pass card reader.
Coral, the 80th wonder of the world.
Fast asleep, too. Okay. We haven't really checked out any of this shit over here. Ape toys. Hey!
Hey, it's Peppy, Raymond's long-lost brother.
My god, I got one of these little... Where'd he go? Oh, he didn't actually pick him up. He just sort of took him. Maybe that's an in-joke.
Surgical tools always give me the creeps.
Kind of miss Raymond, but we had to feed him to a snake, so now we got that thing back. Okay, lost and found. No. Okay, at this point in development, they're just gonna go, okay, we don't actually need to be able to open all of the fucking drawers, do we?
How to train your weasel? Weasel training must be dangerous business.
Jesus Christ. Curious Ralph undergoes chemo.
Curious Ralph undergoes chemo. Kids' books just aren't as sweet and innocent as they used to be.
They are not. And I'm all for it. Ooh, bio-waste. Gotta have a look at that.
Nothing more appetizing than a big barrel full of biological waste products.
Andy P suggests that Michael York doubled as the monkey. Oh, that'd have been a fine day, right? Shows up to work and go, you know that big monologue you gave? That was just spot on, Mr. York. Spot on. Now, let me just knock the microphone while I suggest that you put on this monkey suit and get in the cage, and, Chris is just going to feed you a banana. Yeah, can you do that? And then just pass out. Actually, they probably drugged the banana for real just to get an authentic performance out of that. Is any of this shit... Oh, can I go upstairs? Of course I can. There's a big fucking staircase in the middle of everything. Ding, 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 ding. What in the two-pronged shit is that?
Quite a few empty cages.
That has got to be
imagine this place has a pretty
some
high
sort
turnover.
of strange in-joke on the developer's part. I don't recognize the face, but yeah, that was a bit weird. Are you hiding anything over here? No. The movement, it is slow and painful, and apparently there is nothing up here. There's just that creepy fucking face on the cat or dog or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Maybe they're just showing off the fact that you can actually... We can do levels now. Almost like a Seinfeld reference. Levels! But you could also kind of do that in Pandora Directive, couldn't you? Yes, you could. Is there something in the sink, perhaps? Ew. No. The sink is useless. Any other shit? No. None of that springs to mind. You?
Now this is the kind of test I always did well on.
The hammer is not useful. We're looking for a pass card reader. Any suggestions? Oh, the radiation chamber. Yeah, that might be a place. Oh, good. Okay, am I supposed to go in here? Because this might kill me. You know what? I'm just going to save my game. This seems like yeah, this seems like a straight up actually, I'm gonna keep going with the save games here. Lab of Doom. This seems like a typical Access software bullshit.
As soon as I stepped into the radiation chamber, the door sealed behind me, and I immediately heard.
I see the passcard reader over there.
Radiation at level 1.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my Christ. Alright, just gonna have this, and then I'm gonna turn this thing off somehow. Are you... So they're doing radiation testing.
This chair must have special attachments to fit the
Oh
dogs
my god,
and cats.
that's horrible. You fucking... You're just putting people in here and radiating the shit out of it.
Radiation at level
Yeah, okay.
2.
Someone had taken a laser blade to the emergency
This is not good.
panel.
So it was a trap. Was it meant for you?
Well, it could have been. Or maybe Valdez, but then she died before she had a chance to fall into it. Either way, I had to find a way to repair the circuit board before time ran
good.
out. Fortunately, I'd brought along that circuit.
Oh, it's even telling me straight up how to do it. Okay, because I actually did remember I have the circuit kit. And there's a logic puzzle.
Oh boy,
and
this is
I've got
bad. Someone
3...
slashed the connections. If I don't find a way to connect 2 horizontal terminals and 2 vertical terminals, I'm gonna get microwaved into an early grave.
And you're gonna put a fucking timer on me as well. I don't fucking think so, dude. There you go. And are you gonna... Yeah, that thing just left. Cool. Pass card reader, done. Logic puzzle under a time limit. Fuck that noise. I am cool. Also, Tex is supposed to be immune from, well, the genetic mutations caused by the radiation. Well, he might not be immune from that sort of radiation, of course. Not like immune to all kinds of radiation, but...
Pass card reader's hooked up. Now I'll need to scan
So let's
the
just
pass
pretend
card.
I didn't say any of that. Yes. Where did the pass card reader go? I'm looking straight at the computer. Is it over here? Where'd you put it? Oh, you put it there. Cool. I shall scan the pass card. And the password is Queen.
A magnification of Val Davis's pass card appeared on screen. QXD7 was written in tiny characters on the card. It had to be the chess move the mysterious informant had told me to find.
Okay. Cool. So... what the hell were they supposed to be using these pass cards for anyway? Because that's just weird and freaky in that order. Leaving, going back to office. Maybe he'll phone us up again. Hello? Last dialed number, please. No? Screw you. Okay, we are kind of coming up on the end times of the stream here. Let's just see what the chat has to say. Game is dark. Yeah, the whole thing about strapping people down and having them face radiation and animals as well. You know, I'm pretty sure that Val Davis got stuck in her own lap, like forcibly stuck in there, and that's how she died. And I'm pretty sure that the wonderful man who told Bosworth Clark to play Russian roulette with himself might have something to do with that. Bit of a weirdo, isn't he? Got chess move. Need hints from Goth Clint Howard. Yes. But in the meantime, let's just go and ask people about shit. Probably missing some stuff in Val Davis's lab as well, but I can ask the overactor of the century about that chess move. You get no customers ever, do you?
What brings you in? Can I interest you in a quick game?
Is there such a thing as a quick game of chess? Well, there is if you suck at it completely like I do, but still. All right, let's do what is probably the last poll of the stream. Oh, Red Star says you could write down all of the... write down all of them. Oh, the logic puzzle solutions. Screw it. I don't care. That's 2 votes for A. Wrong gender. Really?
Well, only if you were a woman and wanted to play strip chess.
I have a wig.
It's a joke, right? How about I ask
This
you some questions?
This man has beautiful hair. So I don't know what he'd need a wig for anyway. Chess moves.
These are
Yes, chess moves are chess moves.
But unless I see the match these moves were taken from, I can't tell you what they mean.
At least we're building a rapport with this guy. Okay. Okay, we'll get back to you then. Giddy Poo.
I'd hoped you'd come by again. No, please, thank you.
Yeah, stop touching me, you weirdo.
I really must apologize for my inexcusably pedagogic display during your recent visit.
Yeah, this does not mean what you might think it means. Anyway, that's okay. We have more polling to do. Yes. Hooray for poopy pants. Pedagogic, gracious, or defer to experience. I have no idea what he's insinuating here. So, defer to experience. That's 1 vote for C, 1 vote for B, 1 vote for A. Next vote is the tiebreaker. You guys are doing very well. Thank you very much. She'll have a sip of this water while some person breaks the tie indeed. And that's an Suchek just broke his own tie. You know what? I think that one is the most interesting one anyway. So let's go with A, pedagogy.
Hey, what you do in your personal life, that's none of my business.
What I mean to say is that I spent far too much time on my soapbox.
Did he just defer to, hey, if you fuck kids, that's none of my business.
You're quite a character.
Quite a character, yes. Bit of a weirdo.
What can I do for you?
All right. Chess moves.
Well, these chess moves are curious and vaguely familiar. Or perhaps they were part of some fabled match I may have read about. I can't say for certain.
Oh, he can't say, can he? No. Gonna have to find out what this chess match was all about. Sylvia? Maybe? No.
If
I'm
you
just gonna ask. No. How about Robert?
I know he's one of the candidates for governor, but that's about it.
Cool. Well, you're just a barrel of information, aren't you? I didn't mean to go there. You wouldn't know anything about chess. You probably wouldn't. Dolores, maybe? Hello? No.
Oh.
Okay. Just checking. Hey, are you back for second round of drinky? No. Maybe. It's possible to just look him up.
What topic would you like
These
us to
chess
research? A search for chess moves.
I mean, it
Thank you for using.
didn't even bother spitting out facts on that one. No, okay. I just thought maybe it was like a Google thing. You could look it up, and it looked like the chess moves that you needed. But find out what match they come from. Sylvia only wants to get the insurance money and not the questions. I will not dignify NDP's comments with an answer. No, that's not how I do things. You know what? Maybe this is a good place to enter. Hello. Just checking.
It looks like an old-fashioned telegram. Who would send one of these instead of a fax or an email?
More to the point, why do we still have fax machines? Hello. Come see me ASAP. Have something for you. Info on Jim Slade. Sonny. I was just over there, but okay. This might be a good place to end the stream, actually. Let's go and see what Sonny has to say.
Sonny's telegram had mentioned someone named Slade. I had a hunch that it was the name of the man who'd killed Bosworth Clark, but I wouldn't know for certain until I talked to Sonny.
Apparently this is a reference to a part that, forgot his name already.
Man.
Sonny Fletcher, the Henry Darrow used to play.
Sonny, ¿qué pasa, hombre?
Hey, adelante.
Padre. I didn't expect to see you looking so good.
Murphy, I've come face to face with my demon.
And I sent you a telegram.
Slade. What happened?
In the depths of my despair, I had a vision of redemption. I realized I couldn't pass on without confronting what I feared most in life. Slade. I tracked him to his lodge. I broke in. I'm still a good detective.
So was Slade there?
No. Not at
boy.
first.
So what happened?
I had to take something from him. Something important. Nothing could replace Maria. I found something, Murphy. I know it's important because it was hidden.
Oh, dear God.
Here.
God, you are hurt. I've got to get you to the hospital.
No, there's no need. I've had my last drink.
You could have one more, I'm sure. Maybe some morphine.
Maybe not. Maybe there's time for
There
one more.
absolutely is. Always time for one more. Uno más. Well, good thing you keep the fridge well stocked, or the bar cabinet, or whatever.
Salud. No. Pour one for yourself.
Aren't you dying? Do we have time for this?
I'm not really.
You will be.
For all time.
All right.
Oh boy.
So what happened when Slade got back?
You would imagine, of course, this being real life, he would have head desked, but I don't want to take away the gravity of that little faint smile at the end when he. Yeah. That is not a person who's actually dead, but.
Salud, hombre.
Boy, this is turning out to be a crappy.
At least he was able
crappy
to die
day,
in
doesn't
peace.
it?
I didn't know it was going to be such a sad story.
Well, you kind of brought it up, didn't you?
Who killed Sonny? Was it Slade?
Must have been. Though I never did find out for sure.
You pretty much told us, didn't
I
you?
took a look around his place, hoping to find something that would lead me to the man who'd killed him and Clark. On a scrap of paper by the phone, Sonny had scrawled the name Big Jim Slade and the words Big Surf Lodge, along with an address.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm not going to the Big Surf Lodge right now. Fuck that. No. That must wait for next stream, because fuck me. As you can tell, I'm not looking forward to that bit, because that bit is a bit of a bit. And it's a bit, yeah. Yes, go to Big Surf Piss Lodge. Yes, and have fun with that. I'm going to exit the game here. That's all we can do. And people are going to bed now in the chat as well, so that seems like a perfect place to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the audio experience was better this time. Basically, all I did was just turn everything up again. The game does have varying audio levels throughout. You can tell some of it was recorded on different days or whatever. So it's not perfect. But my setup was very much less than perfect. So I hope that's been sort of fixed and we can carry on with the fun from now on. Also, if my voice was a bit low, again, the recent Windows update has done a number on my poor old audio device here. For some reason, the input volume just gets way lower. So I hope you've been able to hear me throughout this whole thing. I hope, and maybe you just fuck it. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Thunder. Yes, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for checking in. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you did not know that, let me try that again. If you didn't know, the past 2 weeks I've been my time has been occupied with the Adventure Jam 2018. Now there's about 64 games that came out. The deadline was this Friday, past Friday, and 64 great games came out. Don't quote me on the 64, but it's in the 60s somewhere. So there's a bunch of games that came out. Just Google Adventure Jam 2018. You'll find it on Game Jolt. My game is in there. It's called Ramp It Up, and feel free to download it, leave a vote if you would be so kind. And if you are one of the devs in Adventure Jam 2008, if you submitted a game, please go to the game page on the Jam. The games page on the Jam page. That sounds weird. Leave it some votes there as well, if you would please. I do plan to, and this is my reciprocation, I do plan to spend the next couple of Fridays playing games from the Adventure Jam 2018, and of course leaving them votes as you do, because the more devs vote on the game, the more likely it is to go before the judges. One of the judges is Francisco Gonzalez, good friend of mine, and I don't plan on winning anything. I just want to freak him the fuck out. So that's it. But anyway, thank you so much for... Oh, there's an invite to the SQH Discord in the chat. Thank you so much, Siriar. So please come and hang out, have a chat. It's fun. You like it. Oh, and next Tuesday, we'll be playing more The Seventh Guest, where Patreon backers can play the game with me, talk on the stream and all of that. So go to patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian, throw a buck at me, and you can join in and, solve the puzzles with me and just have a chat live on stream. A lot of fun. Did that last time with Gemini Does Games. Good sport. And hey, it's tons of fun. So I hope more people will join on Tuesday. Keep that in mind, Tuesday at 11 p.m. CEST. I've learned my lesson. But if you're interested in more Tex Murphy, there's more Tex Murphy coming next Sunday at 2 p.m. CEST. So thank you so much for watching. I'm now going to hover my finger over the stop streaming button on my laptop way down here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yes, the game, not the finger hovering. Although, I'll see you after recess. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the Chrono stream.